Hello, I am here to talk about this word sacred today, and specifically talking about marriage. Um, but before we get into that, I really want to let everyone know that Own the Home Revolution is going to be $1 to join. It's a monthly membership, it's a parenting community where we really connect on different issues and whatever's coming up in your family. This is where we chat it out. We also have lots of self care going on in there on a monthly basis. We have my connection calls. We have deconstructing beliefs, which we're going to go through a little bit today, talking about sacred, what sacred means. We have chakra um, calls, we have astrology, human design, lots of stuff to take care of you as a parent so that you can show up the way you want to show up with your kids, be the change you wish to see in your kids. So that's going to be $1 through June 15th. If you want to try it out for $1, the link is in the description of the video. Okay. And also, my group, Facebook group, Reactive to Relax, is always there. Jump in. Next week, we're going to be doing a challenge all about play. So there's lots of free stuff in there. Jump in there in the guide section. And then next week, we're going to go through a play challenge, how to play, how to engage, how to clean up, set up, all of that stuff. In that Facebook group, because I know summer's here for me, at least in Indiana, and engaging in different activities can be quite challenging sometimes and triggering. Okay, so let's get into this definition of sacred. The reason I bring this up is because we are just finishing up a 30 days sacred seat challenge for Pure Joy. And it's a really great way to set up a time where you connect to yourself. And this is a huge topic in my coaching, making sure that we have this time to connect to ourselves. And, whatever the word sacred means to you, whatever that connection to yourself, maybe source, God, um, whatever you want to call it, goddess, Mother Earth, all that kind of stuff. Do you have a time that is set aside that you can call sacred? And it came up in discussion that this word is triggering for some people. So I put the definitions in the description of the video. I thought it was quite interesting that sacred is really just a deep respect for something. Hello, buddy. Um, Something treated with great respect. And in my coaching programs, I really urge you to treat yourself with great respect and to provide like your own time to connect with yourself, the sacred time to respect yourself. Um, and the reason I wanted to talk about marriage today is because it is my parents' anniversary and they are no longer here to celebrate. My sister does a wonderful job of keeping the tradition going, posting about their marriage, their anniversary. And my sacred time with myself the last few days has really been challenged because my kids are home and Tanner worked all weekend. He had to work the whole holiday weekend. So getting that time to really process my parents' anniversary has been a challenge for me. And what comes up when I don't give myself that time is actually body sensations. If I don't take that time to sit with myself, I start to feel it. I've been having a lot of low back pain. I could barely get up off the floor yesterday. So I know that I need to commit this time. And I didn't want to come on here to talk about that part, But that's the importance of the sacred seat practice, like having a time where you just sit with yourself, whatever that looks like. And I have my mat here. If I did not have this introduction to this yoga mat at the age of 18, when both of my parents died, I would have been in a much worse off place because I had this practice where I could go inward and really meet myself, my emotions, all that was coming up with grief. This is the actual yoga mat. It's like nibbled and stuff. From the age of 18, I've had it that long. And, it doesn't provide much support or anything. But when I roll this out, I know that I can connect with myself. And actually, it does provide a huge amount of safety to me, no matter where I am when I get on that mat. The reason I want to talk about marriage today, so let's get into that. Um, so the second part of the definition I put in the description of the video is about beliefs. So some of your sacred beliefs can actually be so deep that you consider them facts. Like I grew up with parents that believed that marriage was sacred, that once you commit to a marriage, that you will stay in it for a lifetime. And they had a lot of ups and downs, a lot of struggles. And at one point, my mom did take a separation and left the state and took a break and needed to connect again to herself and her beliefs and her values. But what tied my parents together in this sacred belief that family meant everything. Um, and like divorce was never an option because of that deep, deep belief for them. And I'm not saying that divorce should never happen. Like, honestly, it really needs to happen sometimes, for the betterment of all people, all parts of the family, and honestly, like humanity. Like, there are some divorces that really need to happen. Um, but what I'm saying is, this is a belief that is in my family that once you are married, you are committed. And I strongly have that as well. That there was never any option for me to go my separate ways. Um, and that to me, like I took that on as a fact, a sacred belief. And so when things arise in my marriage, I am committed to figuring out what to do about it. And that means that I need to know what is good for me and what is not good for me. Where are my boundaries in the marriage? Where are the boundaries in how I treat myself in my marriage? Um, and the last part of that definition that's in the description, that what did I write down? When these beliefs are challenged, it can really bring up emotional reactions. So, like, I challenged this with my mom one time, like, why don't you just get a divorce? Why not? If you guys aren't happy, or, you know, there's a lot of fighting and this, that, and the other. That was very triggering for her because it was never an option. Her, like I said, her sacred belief in marriage was that there was never divorce, never separation, that you were committed. So I triggered her when I brought that to her. And I, at the time when I was younger, like I didn't understand that part. Like I was like, you guys aren't happy. Just what do you like? And everybody else is miserable. And now that I'm older, I really respect the fact that my parents believed in the sanctity of marriage, and they fought through it tooth and nail. And it really, I think, well, I just, my upbringing would not have been the same without their marriage. So I have to see the benefits in that. Um, for a long time, I only saw the drawbacks in their relationship. And now that it is their anniversary, they're no longer here. I really can dig and find the benefits of their marriage, even if it did not look like I wanted it to look like as a child. Okay. Um, so I challenge you to set up a sacred time in your day. And in the description of the video, I have a 7-day yoga challenge. It's free where you can set up this sacred place. So sacred means things that where you really honor and respect. Having a place in your home where you can go to that you feel connected to your beliefs, connected to the respect for yourself, and that you're surrounded with things that you really love. Maybe an altar space or something like that. So click on the link if you haven't done the 7-day challenge. And I will be talking a little bit more about sacredness in different parts of my life the rest of the week. Today was all about marriage. And I will see you next time. So have a great day, everybody. And take some time